Okay, hey everybody. Here we are. It's week 3, and yeah, my facial hair is longer, but that's not the point of the lecture. What I do want to say though is we're actually in HBO 5, and so anybody who's going to catch this online, later, we're here from 10:30 to noon on Tuesdays in HBO 5. So that's the latest on PV. Speaking of PV, there's our glory days, our glory days, 2012. Sean Ronig is actually working big power lines out in the field right now. I just talked to him yesterday. He's in Pennsylvania working for his father's company, so he's in renewable energy still. Kelsey Malsom I just got a nice letter from her. She just got back touring all the renewable energy facilities in Iceland as part of a student exchange program. So she was at the geothermal sites and all that. Grant Myrie is pursuing his engineering degree down at Butte, either electrical or mechanical, I'm not sure which. Andrew McChain, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but he's got his little Battery Doctors logo, so he's a local alum working still in the battery industry. I just bumped into Mike Edom last night downtown, and I think he's finishing his degree on main campus, but he took a lot of courses here, and I haven't heard much. I haven't heard much out of Jeremy or why am I blanking on this guy's name? Anyway, he was a welder. He was more or less our weld guy for the. So yeah, and people ask, what do your students do? Well, a little bit of everything. They're still still after it. Okay. And those guys did build those PV panels by hand. I mean, they soldered every single one of those cells together. It's like soldering Pringles potato chips. I mean, you look at them and they break. But very proud to have that project. I also got an update. Maybe we should just pull that up really quick. Give you guys something else to look forward to this semester. And also, well, two different things. And these are kind of little-known facts about the energy technology program, but some pretty cool bonuses or kudos that we get. And I thought I'd just throw it out there right now. So last year, we had 2 separate CRELF applications. So CRELF, and let me just look that up really quick here, University of Montana, KRELF. There it is. So this is the CLES Revolving Energy Fund. This happened, I want to say 2009, 2010, thereabouts, where a environmental studies professor was sort of, whining on and on about the destruction of the environment, fossil fuels, et cetera, and some student in the back of the class said, hey, let's fix it. Let's do something about it. What can we do? And from there, they basically started this revolving energy loan fund, and students can opt in on a $4 per semester fee that goes into a pot of money that other students then compete for. So if we look down here, so if you want, here's your chance. If you ever wanted to write a grant and you want to be part of the solution, and I'm talking directly to NRGY 243 students, here's your chance. So these things are due in 6 weeks. Like I said, we submitted 2 last year, and we actually got them both. The Carson project is at West Campus. We've got $12,000 in that bank account right now. We're looking for more. So if you've got a wealthy or even not so wealthy, whatever, any amount will help, and I can show you where the donation is for that.
What kind of product was it?
Oh, it's PV, solar PV. They're both solar PV. It's actually right here. It was right here. Oh, right here. So you can make a donation directly, boom, right there. Just super simple. So it's still accepting money, but that project, which I'll show you, and this was written by Ryan Carson and there's another student. So two students wrote it. I did some editing. We submitted it. We got the money. Same thing happened with the Hanson project, and I'll show you that too. And it's no small amount of work. So yeah, Jesse Cooney was on this one, and so was Lance Gaudier. We were asking for 30 grand. They didn't award us the whole amount. But another idea, guys, and this is something, like, seriously, if you want to, and this is kind of how the real world works with funding and all that. You can't win if you don't play. If you wanted to pick this project up and actually use it for your NRGY 243 project, I'd be tickled. You know, I'd love it to see this be one of the projects, and it would be working with contractors, doing a little fundraising, looking at mechanical drawings, and doing some purchasing. There's another aspect of this. If we don't start spending that money within the next couple months, it goes away. So really all we have to do is start making purchases, so it would just be a matter of sourcing the right number of solar panels, and then just getting the ball rolling. The way Ryan designed this, I think it's down in here somewhere. He did a pretty good job. Let me see if I can find the. See if I can find the.
Eight pages of writing, though?
What's that?
8 pages of writing? Can't just go, hey, can I have some money?
Well, yeah, only 8 pages. Most proposals I submit are 160.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you could be writing any grants.
But no, we went back and forth on it, and let me just angles, grid intertie. He actually did a really nice job. Here's the one I was looking for. Sort of tiering this thing out, and the idea was the bigger it gets, the fewer dollars per watt. And so what he did a really nice job was he said that, you know, there's already some PV on the Todd building, there's some on the UM flat, I think there's some on the rec center. I hadn't seen that before, but they're relatively small, you know, 2.1, 3.0 kilowatts, and they're running, you know, between 550 and 712 a watt. What we tried to show here with the different tiers, I guess this might have been a earlier version. These numbers actually should go down in dollars per watt, but the point is it's cheaper per watt to go bigger, because the panels themselves are only something like 61 cents a watt. We weren't really factoring in much on the labor. You know, the idea was to have the 243 students do it. So again, for 243, you have to do a project. This would be a great one to do, and I'm happy to, you know, work with whomever wants to pick this up. Okay, so that's that. There was also the Hanson project. That's over at Lomason, and that's not really to scale, but this was just a little flyer that we put together for donations. This has already been contracted. This is going to happen this spring, And we do have permission from Solar Plexus to have some 243 students help, assist, observe, what have you. So that's, if you want to do this as a project too, that's totally valid as well. So, any questions on that, on those two guys? So let me know if you want to get involved in those. Those can be your
What are the
semester project.
requirements of the project?
Okay, glad you asked. Let's go take a look. Yeah, it's going to be in the Moodle shell. I have not formally introduced it, and I guess we can take a look and just see what the syllabus has to say about it. Okay, so what it says here, the class project requires a site visit, complete system design, and we'll get there, right? I mean, right now we're just kind of just looking at the components, and a report. So what Carson and Hanson did for their site visit, Hanson went over to the Lomason Center, took a look at it, talked to Mark Laparco, said, hey, do you want some PV? He's like, I would love some PV. I'm all about the green. Great. Sat down, designed the system, and the report was just his CRELF submission. So, and the timing works out really well with spring semester. As you can see, they've got a March 26th deadline for a draft, and then an April something. So it works out really well with this course. The elements of the project correspond closely with many topics we'll cover. I highly recommend reviewing the project requirements early and completing each section as we cover the material. So we can consider the two little slideshows I just showed you as a pre-site visit. I don't know, maybe I didn't show you the Lomason one or the West Campus one yet.
So, now by a site visit, that could mean a place that doesn't have any solar on it at all yet, right? Correct?
Could be, yeah.
Like, for instance, if I wanted to do my house, I could do that.
Absolutely. If you want to do your house, you absolutely could, for sure. Yep, totally. I also have other, even just yesterday, I had a gal who used to be the librarian here, Audra Loyal, came by and said, hey, Brad, I want to build a go towards a net zero home, like make more electricity than I use, get some biomass in there, some passive solar, maybe some geothermal. And I have people like that approach me all the time, and I could just sort of say, hey, if you want to work with a student, they would get something out of it, you would too. So, but there's just community members too that would benefit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. I mean, for me to do it, coming in and doing something, a lot of times, by the mid-March, it probably won't be possible for me to come in.
So busy. Yeah. That's fine. It's fine.
Ridiculous.
And then this is the West Campus. There's this just giant, nice metal roof out there with all kinds of space for putting PV in. So that was the other one. Okay. Oops, I don't want.
Is there any passive solar here?
Is there any passive solar here?
Water heating or anything like that?
Lomason did put in a proposal to do some passive solar on their building. I saw the quote from Axman, and the payback period was too long. Another deal with the CRELF is they used to want a 6-year payback. Now they want a 10-year payback. So the money bottom line thing still matters on these guys. So, and then I think there was another proposal to do some passive solar on the pool. Pool sucks a lot of energy, keeping that water warm, and there might have been some structural issues with the roof. It's this sort of Quonset hut roof, and so I don't. So best of my knowledge, I haven't seen it on campus. I have seen a few solar thermal water systems. I guess you wouldn't call that passive solar per se, but some solar thermal systems around town. And I don't know. I mean, right now we're sitting in the classroom. The lights are off. The window's open. Passive solar, daylighting. Yeah. But no, a lot of most homes that were built here in Missoula, 50s, 60s, 70s, there was no very little concern for that. Energy was still cheap, and it was just. But it's coming. I think if you look over on South Avenue, where that little sandwich shop used to be, there's one of these single slope, south-facing homes going in. So it's happening.
One house was built in the early 70s, and the furnace that we had in there
Mm-hmm.
was big enough to heat something
Yeah.
over twice its size. They just
Well, and I.
them out.
Right. And I think, as we move through this course, so what Todd was saying right there is that a lot of things get overbuilt. I mean, you'd rather overbuild something than underbuild it. But in terms of expense, if you overbuild it too much, not only do you have a, higher upfront capital cost, but then you're probably also have something that's less efficient and paying more down the road too. So that's
Does it work like a
that's why
diesel
we're here.
engine? The more power you put into it, the better fuel mileage it gets?
To some extent.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a breaking point there where you're just wasting power then.
Mhm.
Like all these kids rolling smoke off their exhaust. I explain that to my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, but that's raw fuel. You've blown out your exhaust.
Well,
It looks cool though.
yeah, no, I get cold rolled on my bike all the time. It's kind of funny, cute.
Oh,
I'm
do you?
like,
They come by and
yeah, okay, party on, Wayne, whatever, fine. Oh well.
Yeah, that's black. That's raw diesel rolling up in pipes that the engine couldn't use.
Yeah.
I know because my pickup will do it if I really get on it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll through the class here. I think we're 20 minutes in. We'll start earlier next week. We're just kind of getting some the cobwebs dusted off, but it's 11:18. I'm just gonna catch up for the next 12 minutes, and then for the last half hour, we'll dig into the meat and potatoes for week 3. If that sounds good, because I know a few people are starting late. I just want to make sure I'm answering everybody's question. Oh, and I do want to make a point that I'm probably only going to grade in this course 5 times. So, it's 15 weeks, and I don't want to have to spend every single week grading. So we're in week 3. What I'll do over the weekend is just grade everything up to this point. The weeks 1, 2, and 3. The university has a early warning system in place that if a student isn't showing up or turning things in, I think they want to make sure that the student is aware. Like, hey, did you know you're taking this course? Because you're not. You need to turn your homework in.
That's meant for me, obviously.
Yes.
I know what class I'm going to do.
So I'll do that over the weekend. It'll be week 3. I'm like, hey, you missed this, whatever. Not if you want me to reopen something or retake it, that's fine too. And again, we're not here to weed students out, just to get the information across and make sure we're ready for that
Yeah, just.
NABCEP
I
exam.
was sending me an email. Hey, dumbass, you didn't do this.
Wake up. All right.
I almost only went with 3 classes this semester.
Well, Cody's caught up. There we go. Cool. All right. And if you could, do you mind posting your photo? You don't have to post your face. You can post, a picture of your dog or your gun or your fish or what. It doesn't even matter. Just something or some icon that
Says me.
says you, as long as it's PG-13 or less. Yeah.
Oh, there, now you ruined it for me. I better figure out something.
Okay.
Hey, right there.
Yeah.
I'll just post that.
There we go. That's fine. Yeah, it's nice. I can see. Here's Curtis, Frenchtown, and
Antitrust thing, that's usually I wear a tinfoil hat.
I keep hearing the tinfoil hat thing. I don't know where that comes from. So anyway, I'm glad Curtis is in the class too, and and really, and I'm glad he's able to be in Frenchtown and still take the course. And I'm glad we can offer this thing online. And what I'm hoping, Curtis, and this is true for everybody, is once once the trailer, let me show you that too, just while I'm thinking about it. SF, ATE, equipment, PV trainer. So this is their original drawings, and the idea really here is if we want to be the leaders in renewable energy and education in Montana, we can't necessarily expect everybody to come to Missoula to do it. So the idea behind this trailer is we can hold a training session in Frenchtown for a week. We can hold one up in Browning. We can hold one out in Miles City, and just take the literally take the show on the road and do our own hands-on there. Give our certificate, because right now, a lot of students that want the a lot of the conventional hands-on rather than like, hey, Bobo's putting something over here, and, which is kind of how we've been doing it now, just based with local installers. This would be something we have a curriculum for, get folks to sign up and just sort of, 1 or 2 weeks at a time be in different parts of the state. So
you could do that in even winter semester then.
Yeah, you could.
And that would actually, for somebody like me,
Knock it out over winter break. I like that. And then we've got a great, our CDL folks love to drive, so they would, take it there for us. And so that's that.
CDL very long.
What's that?
They haven't had CDL very long.
Well, they're here. They're doing great. They're knocking it out.
I wish I would have done this 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Stayed out of the dang truck.
Montana, 2020, oil and gas. North Dakota, okay. I have a deep understanding upstream.
Would that work for your energy or electronics course too then?
What's that?
For the practicum?
Oh, to do a something with the PV trailer
Yeah.
for the practicum? Yeah, I could see doing something there with it. It might be that it needs some upgrade. Maybe we put in a remote monitoring system. Kind of snazz it up a little bit. So sure,
I
yeah.
I got to come up with something eventually. It's like I have your practicum, I have Wally's practicum to do.
What's his practicum?
I don't know.
It's the same one. There's not two separate practicums.
Well, I think there was an energy one and an electronics one.
Oh, well, ETEC 113 is circuits. Wally teaches that the week before the practicum. Yeah.
So I got to do those. And like I said, summertime doesn't work for me at all.
Oh, I'm with you.
Work in the dark. I come home when it's dark. It's like I don't even hardly know what daylight looks like unless it's through a windshield.
Let's talk about that then.
Yeah, another time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to take up this class time for that.
No, we'll talk about that. Okay, any experience I have with sustainable energy is negligible, but my interest is endless. I have a lifetime goal to build and operate ranch. Cool. Spending time, challenge, keep things simple. Game theory. Oh, I like game theory. It's fun. Which was somewhat inspired by reading I did for 101. Okay, cool. I've been a poker player. All right. You shouldn't have said profitable, Eric. Now you got to send your poor old department here some money. My win rates have skyrocketed. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. Well, that's a neat intro. Thanks for doing that. Zach Frolich, going Missoula, practicing full-time handyman, experience designing, installing, enjoy reading. Yeah, nice. That's outside of school. I love to go backpacking. Also, I can eat infinite food. All right, you've had plenty of people I'm sure jealous of that.
How old is he?
Yeah, well, right. I don't think he's in his 30s or 40s yet, so I can remember those days. I can remember those days.
The average age in this room right now is not your normal color.
No. Off-grid. So I'm excited to see what Sean's got up his sleeve in his off-grid. I don't know if he's got PV or not. Last semester, he did a little composting project for part of his recycling tech, but maybe, Sean wants to do a PV on his own land if he doesn't have one, so that would be a, perfect application for this course.
I used to live off grid when I was a kid.
It sounds like that's what he wants to do. He's got a water well, power consumption, side of the course. One guy we could bring in on this course is Larry Kogue. Larry is an alum of the program, and I'm trying to think of the name of his company, but he's been doing a lot of actual international collaboration. He'll design solar pumping stations for remote parts of Africa, even. So, and Sean, I could introduce you to Larry too. He's a great resource here in Montana.
I was just going to show how redneck hillbilly I am, but I don't know what alumni is.
Oh, an alum? It's just someone who's graduated from the program.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
uneducated I am.
Well, no, it's all right. There's all these kind of funny Latin names in academia, and there's alumnus is a male alum, and alumnae is a female, and then alumni are multiple. They still kind of go with the old school Latin on that.
All right, well, there's that. I thought about Googling it, and I thought, nah.
Don't you want to be an alum? Come on, sounds so great. Questions? Okay. Like I said, I've not started digging into any of this stuff yet. So unless I hear there's a I'm looking here at the week 2 topics. I didn't hear any questions, banter, complaints, so I'm going to assume that it went forward okay. But if there is, this is the place to discuss it. And I don't.
Bioenergy.
And like I said, I don't mind rewinding and going back and catching up too. I know everybody's busy, and so I'd be happy to dig back in here and catch up too.
So is this the class that had the double tests and assignments in it at the beginning?
Yeah.
Is it? Did it have doubles?
Yeah. Yep.
Did we get rid of doubles, or do we need to take those?
Oh, you know what? I see those doubles are still there, aren't they?
Yeah.
I was hoping Naomi was going to get rid of them. Well, don't take it twice. Just take one or the other.
So is that the third one then? Or is that a different one then?
There's topic 3.
Right, but if you roll up, there's 2 in topic 1. and
Yeah.
there's another one in topic 2.
Well, you're right. It is doubled, and I think that's just happened when.
It's triple maybe.
No, it's not tripled. That just happened. There's only one week 2 lecture.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not talking about the lecture, just the quizzes and tests there. But I didn't know if we needed to go through and take them again or not, just to make the grade book easier.
No. There's only one solar radiation exam.
Oh, okay. The one up above there was different. Okay.
Yeah, and the reason I didn't delete either one of them is if somebody took one and someone took the other, I'll just consolidate it.
Okay.
So, but yeah, don't.
I mean, I can retake it if it makes it easier.
No, don't retake it. No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So I think we're caught up, and let's get on to topic 3. I'll take a quick little break, and we'll get back at it. Oops. Perfect.